Hey VC, Travis here. Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks or so since my first video. Yeah, I meant to make one last week, but I was pretty much drunk and tired the whole time. So, yeah. I want to get another video out there. I had some ideas and plans to do something else, but I'm going to go ahead and do the 2018 vinyl tag. I think it'll complement my first intro video. So basically another show and tell, so you can get to know a little bit more about me. I'm going to go ahead and get started, so I don't want this to be super long. Question 1, first video you ever saw on the VC? Honestly, I cannot remember. About 7 months ago is when I started watching VC videos, and once I started, I just started binge watching all of your guys' videos, and yeah, I just can't remember who the first video I saw, so I'm just going to give you all credit for why I'm making videos now and sharing with you all my love of music and vinyl. Question 2, favorite record that you discovered via VC? Yeah, I mean, I do have one. I just cannot for the life of me remember who showed this album, and I've looked. I've scoured so many videos trying to find the one that this appeared in, but I can't remember, couldn't find it, but I'm going to show it anyway. So this is Coliseum, Sister Faith, and yeah, I was in a local record store, and I saw this, and I was like, I recalled seeing this before, and remembering that I thought it was interesting, and that it fit my musical tastes and everything. So, and it was priced right. I picked it up. I actually really do like it. It's kind of punk, but has band sounds a little bit like Torch or a little bit of Baroness maybe, but yeah. So whoever you are, and if you come by this video and see this, I am thanking you. If you would like to leave a comment below so I can thank you properly, that'd be awesome. But yeah, cheers, thanks. What are your hobbies? So, I like hanging out with friends, board games. Right now I am DMing a Pathfinder campaign, so I play tabletop RPGs. I do some art stuff on the side, so I'll make band flyers, or screen print band posters. This I did on Saturday, this past Saturday. This is a poster for a charitable event, a wine tasting event. So yeah, so do some of that from time to time. Let's play video games. Why did you start to collect? Well, in my first video, I kind of touched on that. I attribute my beginning to collect to two things. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, and my dad. And my dad, showing me how to, properly handle records and how the player works, and just things like that. To dig a little deeper, I love I love the medium. I love having this format that is so well packaged together, and just kind of the overall experience that it provides, the aesthetic, having to be engaged with the music is probably one of my favorite things. Is you have to sit and listen to it, and once side A is done, you have to get up to flip it for side B, or you're just gonna hear nothing. So I like being there and engaged with that in that way, I guess. Question 5: do you play an instrument, or are you in a band? I have an acoustic guitar, I have an electric guitar, a bass, an air organ, a drum machine, but I'm not good or great at any of them. The guitar is probably the one that I can play the best. I know some chords, and I could string those together and play some songs, but yeah, I'm not that great at any of those instruments. And no, I'm not in a band. Question 6: ever work in a record store? It's kind of an easy question. No. Never worked in a record store. Question 7: favorite album from the year you were born? Yeah, I didn't have a lot of those. I was born in 1983, and so for that I chose Pink Floyd's The Final Cut. This album doesn't get a whole lot of love, but I do really, really enjoy it. There's some really good songs on here. The Hero's Return, The Gunner's Dream, The Fletcher Memorial Home, Final Cut, Not Now, John. Yeah. So yeah, from 1983. It's kind of a plain Jane, but yeah. You'll find that Floyd will pop up again in this video, but that's that. What classic record have you never heard? So this is going to probably surprise any of my friends who see this video, or maybe it won't, I don't know. But I have never listened to King Crimson and the album In the Court of Crimson King. I believe that's what it's called. And I know it's in everybody's collection. I've just never sat down and listened to it, and I've never been actually exposed to it. So I know the song 21st Century Schizoid Man, but other than that, I've never listened to it. So, yeah. Question 9: show a guilty pleasure record. I don't know. I'm not fair. I guess I don't really care for the question, but because I'm not really ashamed of any of my music that I listen to, but or maybe you're not supposed to feel ashamed, but anyway, I chose Hot Night City Lights. This is a disco compilation. I think disco's fun. It's kind of, party music. It's a good time. But yeah, I picked this up. It was $1, but it's picked it up because it's got a lot of good, performers. So Sister Sledge, Anita Ward, Claudia Berry, Gloria Gaynor, Blondie, the Jacksons, Amy Stewart. Yeah. So Village People are on here. Yeah, I guess this would be my guilty pleasure disco music. I don't have a lot of it. I've only got a couple more albums, but yeah. Strangest record. Okay, so when I read this question, one album came to mind, and that's Ron Geeson's Music from the Body, featuring Roger Waters. It starts off with farts, shit noises, slaps, laughing, giggling, a baby, baby gibberish, snaps. It's really weird. And now the whole album isn't exactly like that, but it does start off for a good couple minutes of that. And I did do a needle drop. I'm going to insert it here, and hopefully it works. If it doesn't, sorry. Okay, so hopefully the needle drop gets fit in there and you guys can hear what I'm talking about. If not, look it up. Music from the Body, Ron Geeson. Okay. Question 11, show a picture disc. Now, I don't have a lot of picture discs. Maybe 5 or less. I will say that I don't go out of my way to get picture discs. They are cool, don't get me wrong. And, but there's one thing that I really, really hate about them is, and I'm just going to go on, these plastic sleeves, these thick, rubbery plastic sleeves that they come in. And I understand they come in these so you can see the picture and kind of really look at the details and, ooh and ah over it. But getting the disc out of these things is damn near impossible. And when you're trying to get it out, you feel like you're just, or at least I feel like I'm destroying the record. So when I get a picture disc, I take it out of these sleeves and then I put it into regular sleeves and then a different jacket. Like a blank jacket. So, for the picture disc, shows Acid King. This is their Bussy Woods album. There's nothing really super spectacular about this. In my first video, I showed Horse the Band's Pizza album, which is my favorite and my best looking picture disc. But I chose this because I don't know when I'll ever be able to show Acid King in any of my videos. They are a stoner metal band. I really enjoy stoner metal, but I don't have a ton of it. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and bust out Acid King. So yeah, you got the like a pentagram burned into like a wood stump, which, you know, looks kind of cool. But yeah, so that's my picture disc. Okay, a best posthumous release. It shows Johnny Cash, Volume 5. 100 Highways. Sorry, I forgot. But yeah, this was released just after Johnny Cash died. And I've listened to this album, yeah, I don't know, at least 50 times. I mean, it's an excellent album, and actually the whole American series is fantastic. I mean, honestly, you know, I love and have been listening to Johnny Cash for a very, very long time, but his work on this series of albums is amazing, and I maybe kind of attribute that to, you know, him being late in his life, and a lot of the songs kind of reflect that, and you know, but he's led like such an interesting life. But anyway, so yeah, Volume 5. What artists do you compulsively collect? I mean, I guess there could be some that I compulsively collect, but there's only one that maybe really fits that bill. And that is Pink Floyd. I've been a Pink Floyd fan since I was a child. Excuse me. But yeah, anytime I'm in a record store, and usually when I travel to new cities, I find a record store and I go straight to their Pink Floyd section to see if there's something there that I don't have. And, you know, sometimes money isn't going to be an issue for me, because if I don't have it, I will spend the money to get it. Now, I won't break my bank or anything, because I'm a little smarter than that. But yeah, if I don't have it, I'm buying it. This is they're live at the Star Club in Copenhagen, Denmark, September 1967. Now, this isn't a 1967 pressing. This is much later. This is an unofficial pressing. But yeah, the Pink Floyd. And they are my favorite band, and so they will pop up in these videos probably fairly often. So, just forewarning. Best Blind by, what did I pick up? Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so Best Blind by Adam and His Package. Yeah, this picked up, you know, in my late teens. I just thought it was a funny name. It wasn't all that expensive from what I remember. But picked this up, listened to it, and, you know, thought it was, you know, hilarious and awesome. So Adam is like a one-man band. Plays guitar, synthesizer, uses loop station, drum machine. and plays punk rock. I think his songs are hilarious. Like Lord, It's Hard Not to Be Happy When You're Not Using the Metric System, or Pumping Iron for Enya. Yeah. I think his songs are just funny. You know, they do have some do have kind of, you know, society and political undertones. But yeah, I ended up, this is my only LP of Adam, but I do have all his CDs, so great blind buy. Alright, a blind spot artist. So for that, I chose to show Jason Molina. This is the Magnolia Electric Company. The album is Songs Ohio, but he also has a band that goes by Songs Ohio, and then you know, I think it's same band, just changes the band name. So, and then there's Pyramid Electric Co. And maybe a few others. But anyway, Jason Molina. You know, I guess what I could say about this is some people will go to Elliott Smith. I go to Jason Molina. He's such a good songwriter. His vocals are, you know, just very like, I don't even know how to describe it. But you know, his songs are a little, you know, depressing and melancholy, but he's singing about things that everyone has gone through or is going through, so you have that connection to his music and his words. Yeah, it kind of really hits you in the feels sometimes. But so yeah, if you have never listened to any of his stuff, you should definitely check out Jason Molina. Alright, that was my blind spot artist. Question 16, your favorite album cover. So in my first video, I showed one of my favorite album covers, which was the Steppenwolf 7. So this one I'm going to show a second favorite, I guess. So this is Black Sabbath's self-titled. I mean, what can I say? Like, it's just kind of you know, when you see this, you already create your own narrative. At least I do. Like, you got, you know, a creepy like farmhouse, and you know, a figure in the mid-ground staring at you next to some gnarly looking trees. The whole like color scheme is very ominous, and I think, you know, this really tells you about the music within. I mean, you see this, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna hear something that's maybe kind of creepy, hard, ominous. You know, I don't know. It's I think it's just a well done cover. I mean, it kind of draws you in, depending on who you are, I guess. It definitely drew me in. But yeah, I think that's just an excellent cover. All right. Let's see. Question 17. A musician you've met. I've met only a few. Yeah, I'm going to. So I met Wayne Coyne from Flaming Lips. I mean, not the biggest Flaming Lips fan or anything like that, but this is their Dark Side of the Moon cover album, which I'm not big on bands doing cover albums of Pink Floyd. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of a purist in that way, but this is actually really, really good. They did a solid job on it, and they kind of made it their own a little bit, but you know, respected the you know, the original album. Yeah. So it says, "Hey Travis, peace and punk rock forever." And it's a, you know, it's got Wayne and then a little sun smiley face. Also, I mean, I live in a town with the, you know, say, depending on where you were at in the late 90s, early 2000s, or scratch that, yeah. Get Up Kids, Matt Pryor lives, the vocalist lives here in town, so I see him around. I've met him. We have mutual friends, and yeah, those are musicians I've met. Show a record with sentimental value. Alright, this is Creedence Clearwater Revival Chronicles. My dad got me this for Christmas one year, or I think the year that I started really buying vinyl, so in my late teens, mid-late teens. And it's the only album my dad's ever gotten me, so yeah, this means a lot. I really enjoy it. Still put it on from time to time. Turn it up. Your favorite album no one else seems to know about. I didn't grab one. Just a second. Sorry. Forgot to grab it and put it in the stack. So this is Bloodlust by Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. One, I really like that name. And that's kind of what drew me to it to listen first. This is a like stoner metal band. Not much to show on the gate, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's very much straight up stoner metal. It's probably one of the best stoner metal albums that I have in my collection, and it's one that I had been looking for, and I got it at a decent price. But yeah, Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. So that name alone should get you triggered, and I want you to listen. So. Alright, question 20, last question. Favorite album out of a genre that you don't know well? Well, I mean, there's a lot of genres I don't know well, but some genres I don't care to get into. But, so I chose Blind Willie McTell and Memphis Minnie. I am a fan of the blues, but it is a genre I do not know a whole lot about, and I don't own a ton of blues albums either. I guess I just, you know, haven't dived in deep enough, but I'd like to. So if anybody that's into blues, you know, leave some comments on some artists that I should, you know, listen to. But yeah. Alright, so that's all 20 questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it didn't go on too long. I hope the needle drop works. You've been listening to MF Doom Special Herbs Volume 5 and 6 in the background. Yeah, I plan on hopefully making another video next week to kind of catch up on where I want to be, but I hope you all have a, good week and safe weekend. St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so if you're into going out and doing all that, have fun and be safe. And I will catch you all next time.